On target, Simon Cox celebrates scoring against Wycombe Wanderers following on from the League Two playoff final back in 2015. Southend United and Wycombe Wanderers will forever be linked by unforgettable fightbacks. And there was almost another one at Adams Park on Saturday. In the previous meeting between the two teams, Joe Pigott memorably struck a stoppage-time equaliser as the Shrimpers eventually won on penalties at Wembley to secure their place in League One. Saturday's clash was the first time the sides had met since that memorable match, and the travelling contingent of Blues supporters were kicked to remind their hosts of that thrilling victory. Those fans initially also had plenty to cheer against the Chairboys at the weekend, and the Shrimpers seemed to be heading to a simple and straightforward success when goals from Theo Robinson, Tom Hopper and Simon Cox put the visitors 3-0 in front. However, just as it appeared Blues could have lit a cigar and cruised to a comfortable victory with only 7 minutes of the match remaining, Wycombe launched a comeback. And 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes led to an uncomfortable conclusion to the contest for the Shrimpers, who eventually survived to record back-to-back successes for the first time this season. That mattered more than anything else on an afternoon which, despite the frantic finale, contained plenty of positives for Blues. Southend dominated the opening exchanges and again looked comfortable in a formation utilizing the attacking talents of Jason Demetriou and Ben Coker as wing-backs. Their intent and the lack of pressure applied by Wycombe's players saw the Shrimpers create a succession of clear-cut chances. But to begin with, there was a familiar feeling of frustration as Blues failed to take the opportunities coming their way. Robinson was the main culprit early on as he wasted a trio of good chances, the best of which saw him volley over the crossbar from close range. On another day, perhaps against stronger opposition when fewer opportunities may be created, that failure to finish could have proved costly. Robinson, to his credit, brushed aside the disappointment and continued to work his way into the right positions when others may have opted to hide in a bid to avoid more frustration. However, Robinson's bravery ultimately led to him breaking the deadlock before Blues began to take control at the start of the second half. Hopper and Cox scored in the space of 4 minutes to ensure all 3 Shrimpers worked their way onto the scoresheet, but only after a crucial save from the returning Mark Oxley. The Blues' shot stopper was back between the sticks after serving what eventually turned out to be a 4-match suspension following his red card against Charlton Athletic at the start of September. Oxley was dismissed for violent conduct after appearing to swing a punch towards an opponent, and, in doing so, he let down those around him. The incident appears to have cost Oxley the captaincy, at least for now, with Sam Mantum continuing to wear the armband against Wycombe as the weekend. But the only way for Oxley to redeem himself is to produce impressive performances and match-winning saves, just like the one to deny Fred Onyedinma when the winger was clean through on goal on Saturday. Blues were leading 1-0 at that point, and an equaliser could have taken the clash in a completely different direction. As it was, the Shrimpers raced further in front to record their second away success of the season. And the introduction of the fit again drew Yearwood was also another pleasing factor for Southend. Yearwood, who shone brightly for Blues last term, has been out with a hamstring problem since the final day of last season. However, the 18-year-old was back in action at the weekend, and his return will significantly boost the Shrimpers and their chances of success. Yet Blues will need to avoid a repeat of the final few minutes at Wycombe if they are to work their way up the standings. A change of formation, following the substitutions, saw the Shrimpers sit back, and that eventually led to the late scare. But when did Southend United ever do anything the easy way?